Right, we are live. Can I please ask the company to make their way to the stage in 3, 2, 1.
And here we are again. Good afternoon, everybody. It's very nice to see my company for this afternoon. Hello, hello, and hello to everybody who's watching us this afternoon. Thank you for spending this sunny, if slightly showery day with us indoors. I hope you're sheltering from the rain and not missing out on some sunshine. Thank you very much for spending a bit of afternoon with us. Right, so we're going to be doing 4 new scenes for you again today. And as far as they're new, we've done them in plays, we've not done them as scenes before, so it's a little bit of an adventure for us. Isn't everything that we do, though? That's half the point and half the fun. So we've got a nice sort of small compact company for you today. We have, so I'm just going to call names, everybody wave and say hello so that the audience can see you. We have Geoffrey, who's looking very smart today. There we go. And we have Eliza, who is joining us for the very first time today. So we give her a big welcoming round of applause. We love to have new people join us. If ever you want to join us, just let us know. And we have Linda, who's looking extremely glam today. And we have, I nearly said Rosalind, we have Larissa, who also looks extremely glam today. And Ashleigh, looking glowing there in the middle of my screen. And Georgia, who's really, I feel I should be behaving better, Georgia. I really do today. You look very good. And the adorable Alexandra, who is always with us and always a great strength. So these guys are going to be doing 4 scenes for you this afternoon, 4 different plays. So I'm going to ask them all to go off to our virtual tiring house, take a deep breath and a glass of water, and I will call you guys as soon as you are needed. See you shortly. Okay. So just to give you a few sort of notes and introductions. Hello, my name is Lizzie. If you have not been with us before, I am artistic director for Shake-Scene Shakespeare, and I will be book holding, as in basically holding together, emceeing and joining together the scenes for this afternoon's 3 o'clock program. We will be back again at 5 o'clock today doing 3 different scenes with a different company if you're able to drop by. Just a few notes for your diary, which I will repeat at the end of this presentation. We are taking next Sunday off. So if you feel the need to top up on some Shakespeare, then please do drop by our YouTube page and have a look at our back catalogue. We've built up quite a lot of plays and scenes performances over the last few months. So go have a look. And as I said before once, you know, laugh at how long my hair is now compared to how it was when we started. So that's what we're doing today. So we've got next week off. Then we are back in August and we will be doing scenes presentation again at 5 o'clock only on Sunday the 9th. Then on Sunday the 16th, we are into our next big play by request, which is going to be Julius Caesar. And then we're back on again on the 23rd doing scenes. So we're back into our rolling program of 3 weeks on, 1 week off, just to give us a little breathing space in between. So, and on our page today, the donations link again is coming to the company, just so that you know the money that if you are able to donate to us, that is very much appreciated. Thank you very much. The money we build up into a bucket, which is shared between members of the company still experiencing financial hardship. So it goes to a very good place. A proportion of this also goes to the Stephen Lawrence Foundation, supporting young Black people in communities around the UK. So we're doing a lot of good with your money. So if you can donate, terrific. If you can't, that's terrific too. Have a fantastic time. Hope you enjoy the scenes. Do I want to say anything else? No, I don't. Good. I can shut up now. So the first scene of this afternoon's presentation is from Measure for Measure, which is a play that we staged, I don't know, a couple of months ago now for the first time. It was the first of our new plays for lockdown. And in Measure for Measure, we are going to Shakespeare's city of Vienna. I say Shakespeare's because it's not really a real one, but it's a great place to put a story. And in this city, we have a situation where law has broken down, and the chief lawmaker of the city, the Duke, has mysteriously gone away. And he has left his deputies in charge, and they are bringing into place some very powerful laws against, well, antisocial behavior, other words, fornication in the city of Vienna. And there is a young man called Claudio who has fallen foul of this law, and he has sent his friend Lucio to beg his sister Isabella to lend her aid in persuading the deputy Angelo to commute his sentence. So we don't know how well that's going to work. We don't know if it'll work at all. But let us see the scene where this plea is made that here is Lucio coming to ask Isabella for help. So can I just get briefly from the cast, have I got a Sister Francisca?
Yes.
Yes, and we have an Isabella?
Yes.
Okay, and a Lucio?
Yes.
Wonderful. So when I vanish, that is the cue for Isabella and Sister Francisca to enter. Lucio, you just got to keep your ears on. And I will be here just in case the internet goes down or any problems. Otherwise, guys, have a wonderful scene. At the minute I go, the stage is yours. Enjoy.
And have you nuns no farther privileges?
Are not these large enough?
Yes, truly. I speak not as desiring more, but rather wishing a more strict restraint upon the sisterhood, the Vulturists of St. Clair.
Ho, peace be in this place.
Who's that which calls?
It is a man's voice. Gentle Isabella, turn you the key and know his business of him. You may, I may not. You are yet unsworn. When you have vowed, you must not speak with men, but in the presence of the prioress. Then, if you speak, you must not show your face. Or if you show your face, you must not speak.
Ho there within.
He calls again. I pray you answer him.
Peace and prosperity. Who's...
Hail, virgin, if you be, as those cheek roses proclaim you are no less. Can you so steed me as bring me to the sight of Isabella, a novice of this place, and the fair sister to her unhappy brother Claudio?
Her unhappy brother? Let me ask, the rather for I now must let you know, I am that Isabella and his sister.
Gentle and fair, your brother kindly greets you. Not to be weary with you, he's in prison.
Oh, me, for what?
For that, which if myself might be his judge, he should receive his punishment in thanks. He hath got his friend with child.
Sir, make me not your story.
'Tis true. I would not, though 'tis my familiar sin with maids to seem the lapwing and to jest, tongue far from heart, play with all virgins so. I hold you as a thing enskied and sainted by your renouncement, an immortal spirit, and to be talked with in sincerity as with a saint.
You do blasphemy the good in mocking me.
Do not believe it. Fewness and truth, 'tis thus. Your brother and his lover have embraced, as those that feed grow full, as blossoming time that from the seedness the bare fallow brings to teeming foison, even so her plenteous womb expresseth his full tilth and husbandry.
Someone with child by him. My cousin Juliet?
Is she your cousin?
Adoptively, as schoolmates change their name by vain though apt affection.
She it is.
Let him marry her.
This is the point. The Duke is very strangely gone from hence. Upon his place, and with full line of his authority, governs Lord Angelo, a man whose blood is very snow broth, one who never feels the wanton stings and motions of the sense. He, to give fear to use and liberty, which have for long run by the hideous law as mice by lions, hath picked out an act under whose heavy sense your brother's life falls into forfeit. All hope is gone, unless you have the grace, by your fair prayer, to soften Angelo. And that's my pith of business, twixt you and your poor brother.
Doth he so seek his life?
Has censured him already. And as I hear, the provost hath a warrant for his execution.
Alas! What poor abilities in me to do him good?
Say the power you have.
My power? Doubt, alas, I doubt.
Our doubts are traitors, and makes us lose the good we oft might win by fearing to attempt. Go to Lord Angelo and let him learn to know when maidens sue, men give like gods.
I'll see what I can do.
But speedily.
All about it straight.
Well done, guys. Beautiful start. Thank you so much for starting off. Wow. Love that scene.
Good.
That's so much fun. Love a bit of Lucio, such an interesting character. Because he's like, we don't know if he's a good guy, if he's a bad guy. So thank you very much. And an excellent start. Eliza, thank you so much. You have well and truly joined the family now. Just after that one beautiful go as Isabella. Right. But she's coming right back. She's coming back as Jessica in the next scene. So we're going to move from Measure for Measure's Vienna to the Merchant of Venice's. No, we're not going to Venice. We're going to Portia's house in Belmont. Where is Belmont, I hear you ask? Well, nobody really knows. Possibly only William Shakespeare knows where Belmont is. It's somewhere off the coast of Venice. That's about all we know, because you have to take a boat to get there. He doesn't tell us much else. So we're going into a little scene that is one that I enjoy, but it doesn't get a lot of attention in the play. So it's kind of fun to pull it out and just play with it a little by itself. Because this is a scene to do with Jessica, the daughter of Shylock the moneylender of Venice, around whom the whole plot for the pound of flesh sort of circulates. Jessica runs away from her father and marries young Lorenzo, a young Christian man of Venice, which is one of the things which rather sours her father's temper and makes him more vengeful than possibly otherwise he may have been. And at this point in the story, Jessica and Lorenzo, the newlyweds, are ensconced in Portia's house in Belmont, looking after her house for her while she is away. Where is she? Well, that's another story for another day. And we have a lovely conversation between Jessica and the servant Lancelot, who used to serve her and her father and now serves Lord Bassanio, the husband to Lady Portia. So these are two people that know each other quite well. We have a servant and a mistress, but we have a certain amount of leg pulling, and it's just a fun little relationship. It's one of those things that tends to get lost in the play, so it's nice to spend a little more time with it. So can I just check that we have a Lancelot ready? Lancelot,
ready.
Are you
ready?
Okay, good. And we have a Jessica?
Ready.
And Lorenzo, ready to enter?
Ready.
Okay, so we're going to see our dream team back again, which is wonderful in a different scene. So, as ever, as soon as I disappear, the scene in Belmont is yours. Enjoy.
Yes, truly. For look you, the sins of the father are to be laid upon the children. Therefore, I promise you, I fear you. I was always playing with you, and so now I speak my agitation of the matter. Therefore, be of good cheer, for truly, I think you are damned. There is but one hope in it that can do you any good, and that is but a kind of bastard hope, neither.
And what hope is that, I pray thee?
Mary, you may partly hope that your father got you not, that you are not the Jew's daughter.
That were a kind of bastard hope indeed, so the sins of my mother may be visited upon me.
Oh, truly then, I fear you were damned both by father and mother. Well, you are gone both ways.
I shall be saved by my husband. He hath made me a Christian.
Truly, the more to blame he. We were Christians enow before. This making of Christians will raise the price of hogs. If we grow all to be pork eaters, we shall not shortly have a rasher on the coals for money.
I shall tell my husband, Lancelot, what you say. Here he comes.
I shall grow jealous of you shortly, Lancelot, if you thus get my wife into corners.
Nay, you need not fear us, Lorenzo. Lancelot and I are out. He tells me flatly that there is no mercy for me in heaven because I am a Jew's daughter. And he says that you are no good member of the Commonwealth, for in converting Jews to Christians, you raise the price of pork.
I shall answer that better to the Commonwealth. Go in, sir, I'll bid them prepare for dinner.
But that is done, sir. They have all stomachs.
Goodly Lord, what a whippersnapper are you? Then bid them prepare dinner.
That is done too, sir. Only cover is the word.
Yet more quarrelling with occasion. Wilt thou shew the whole wealth of thy wit in an instant? I pray thee understand a plain man in his plain meaning. Go to thy fellows, bid them cover the table, serve in the meat, and we will come in to dinner.
For the table, sir, it shall be served on. For the meat, sir, it shall be covered. For your coming into dinner, sir, let it be as humours and conceits shall govern.
Oh dear discretion, how his words are suited. The fool hath planted in his memory an army of good words, and I don't know a many fools that stand in better place garnished like him, that for a tricksy word defy the matter. How cheer'st thou, Jessica? And now, good sweet, say thy opinion. How dost thou like the Lord Bassiano's wife?
Past all expressing, it is very meet the Lord Bassano hath lived such an upright life for having such a blessing in his lady. He finds the joys of heaven here on earth. Why, if two gods should play some heavenly match, and in their wager lay two earthly women, and Portia one, there must be something else pound with the other, for the poor rude world hath not her fellow.
Even such a husband hast thou of me as she is for a wife.
Nay, but ask my opinion too of that.
I will anon. First let us go to dinner.
Nay, let me praise you while I have a stomach.
No, prithee, let it serve for table talk. Then howsome'er thou speaks among other things, I shall digest it.
Well, I'll set you forth.
And off they go into their marriage. Thank you, guys. Very interesting. I do enjoy that the relationship between Jessica and Lorenzo. It's a lovely sort of sub-energy that flows through Merchant of Venice, and it's its whole own story, which is one of the things I so enjoy when we were able to actually do the whole play, and you get to experience the journey of this little couple. That they get a bit lost sometimes in the big things that are going on in this play, and quite right too. But there's a whole story, and how much trouble do we think Lorenzo might actually be in with Jessica at this point? I'm not sure that yes, they're going into dinner and they're going to have table talk. I wonder if he's going to get indigestion. Oh well, we will find out another day. See if we can re-meet that play up. So on to our third scene. This is a slightly longer scene. We've done a couple of little quick ones. This is a longer one. This is from As You Like It. So we are off rather appropriately to the Forest of Arden. So at this point in the story, it's me, I had to do the story, never mind. So at this point in the play, we have the old Duke Senior of Duke of this area, we presume some part of France, it's never actually said, who has been usurped by his younger brother, and the Duke and his court have moved into the Forest of Arden and living in a cave, living the simple life. To them have run the Duke's daughter Rosalind, disguised as a boy for safety, and her cousin Celia, and they are masquerading as brother and sister, as simple folk of the forest. Now, Rosalind, before she left the court, fell in love with the young man Orlando, who has also ended up in the forest. But Orlando does not know that Rosalind is Rosalind. He only knows her as the youth Ganymede, who has offered to cure him of his passion for his long-lost Rosalind. So strange things and lots of shifting and changing are going to be going on in the Forest of Arden. We have other courtiers. We have the wonderful melancholy Jacques, who is one of the courtiers to the king, who is going to be joining us in this scene. And I do enjoy a bit of Jake Reese. I enjoy a lot of Shakespeare. You probably find I say that a lot. It never stops being fun because they're such great characters and the stories are great too. So, are we ready with a Rosalind?
Yeah.
And a Celia?
Yes.
And a Jake Reese?
Ready.
And an Orlando when required.
Ready.
Okay, so you guys know the game. We just saw a married couple in a little bit of difficulty. Let's see what the debate on love and marriage gives us in this scene. Okay, as soon as I'm gone, the stage is yours. Take us to the forest.
A prithee, pretty youth, let me be better acquainted with thee.
They say you are a melancholy fellow.
I am so. I do love it better than laughing.
Those that are in extremity of either are abominable fellows and betray themselves to every modern censure worse than drunkards.
But 'tis good to be sad and say nothing.
Why then 'tis good to be a post?
I have neither the scholar's melancholy, which is emulation, nor the musician's, which is fantastical, nor the courtier's, which is proud, nor the soldier's, which is ambitious, nor the lawyer's, which is politic, nor the lady's, which is nice, nor the lover's, which is all these. But it is a melancholy of mine own.
A traveller, by my faith, you have great reason to be sad. I fear to see other men's, then to have seen much and to have nothing is to have rich eyes and poor hands.
Yes, I have gained my experience.
And your experience makes you sad? I had rather have a fool to make me merry than experience to make me sad.
Good day and happiness, dear Rosalind.
Nay, then God buy you, and you talk in blank verse.
Farewell, Monsieur Traveller. Look you lisp and wear strange suits. Disable all the benefits of your own charity, be out of love with your nativity, and almost chide God for making you that countenance you are, or I will scarce think you have swam in a gondola. What? Why, how now, Orlando? Where have you been all this while? You, a lover, and you serve me such another trick? Never come into my sight more.
My fair Rosalind, I come within an hour of my promise.
Break an hour's promise in love?
Pardon me, dear Rosalind.
Nay, that you be so tardy, come no more in my sight. I had as life be wooed of a snail.
Of a snail?
Aye, of a snail. For though he comes slowly, he carries his house on his head. A better jointure, I think, than you make a woman. I am your Rosalind.
It pleases him to call you so.
Come, woo me, for now I am in a holiday humour and like enough to consent. What would you say to me now, and I were your very, very Rosalind?
I would kiss before I spoke.
Oh, nay, you were better speak first. And when you were gravelled for lack of matter, you might take the occasion to kiss.
How if the kiss be denied?
Then she puts you into entreaty, and there begins new matter. Am not I your Rosalind?
I take some joy to say you are, because I would be talking of her.
Well, in her person, I say I will not have you.
Then in mine own person I die.
No, faith, die by proxy. Men have died from time to time, and worms have eaten them, but not for love.
I would not have my right, Rosalind, of this mind, for I protest her frown might kill me.
By this hand, it will not kill a fly. But come, now I will be your Rosalind in a more coming on disposition, and ask me what you will. I will grant it.
Then love me, Rosalind.
Yes, faith, will I, Fridays and Saturdays and all.
Wilt thou have me?
I, and 20 such.
What sayest thou?
Are you not good?
I hope so.
Why then, can one desire too much of a good thing? Come, sister, you shall be the priest and marry us. Give me your hand, Orlando.
I cannot say the words.
You must begin with Orlando. Will you, Orlando?
Go to. Will you, Orlando, have to wife this Rosalind?
I will.
I, but when?
Why now, as fast as she can marry us.
Then you must say, I take thee, Rosalind, for wife.
I take thee, Rosalind, for wife.
I do take thee, Orlando, for my husband. Now tell me, how long you would have her after you have possessed her?
Forever and a day.
A day without the ever? No, no, Orlando. Men are April when they woo, December when they wed. Maids are May when they are maids, but the sky changes when they are wives. I will be more jealous of thee than a cock pigeon over his hen, more clamorous than a parrot against rain, more newfangled than an ape, more giddy in my desire than a monkey.
Will my Rosalind do so?
By my life, she will do as I do.
Oh, but she is wise.
Or else she could not have the wit to do this. Make the doors upon a woman's wit, and it will out at the casement. Shut that, and 'twill out at the keyhole. Stop that, 'twill fly with the smoke out at the chimney.
A man that had a wife with such a wit, he might say, wit whether wilt. For these 2 hours, Rosalind, I will leave thee.
Alas, dear love, I cannot lack thee 2 hours.
I must attend the Duke at dinner. By 2 o'clock, I will be with thee again.
Aye, go your ways, go your ways. I knew what you would prove, my friends told me as much, and I thought no less. That flattering tongue of yours won me. 'Tis but one cast away, and so come death. 2 o'clock is your hour.
Aye, sweet Rosalind.
By my troth, and by all pretty oaths that are not dangerous, if you break one jot of your promise or come 1 minute behind your hour, I will think you the most pathetical break promise and the most hollow lover and the most unworthy of her you call Rosalind, that may be chosen out of gross band of the unfaithful. Therefore, beware my censure and keep your promise.
With no less religion than if thou wert indeed my Rosalind. So, adieu.
Adieu.
You have simply misused our sex in your love prate. We must have your doublet and hose plucked over your head and show the world what the bird hath done to her own nest.
Oh, coz, my pretty little coz, that thou didst know how many fathom deep I am in love, but it cannot be sounded. My affection has an unknown bottom.
Or rather bottomless, that as fast as you pour affection in, it runs out.
Oh no, that blind rascally boy that abuses everyone's eyes because his own are out. Let him be judge how deep I am in love. I'll tell thee, Aliana, I cannot be out of sight of Orlando. I'll go find a shadow and sigh till he comes.
And I'll sleep.
And off they go for a little nap in the forest. Thank you so much, guys. Always fascinating. Again, the dynamics in that song. Oh, what does Rosalind mean? What does she not mean? What's she saying? What's she not saying? What's she testing? All sorts of things happening. Hello, Petruchio. You're ready to go for the next scene. Okay, excellent. So this is going to be the last scene of our 3 o'clock presentation. We are going to switch plays again. We're moving from France back to Italy, back to where we started, but we are now going to Padua because we are going to the house of Battista Minola and his 2 beautiful daughters, Bianca, apparently mild and sweet and a very proper young lady, and a slightly more feisty older sister, Kate, nicknamed the Shrew. And we're going to meet Kate at her first meeting with Petruchio, who is the bold young fellow who came to wife it wealthily in Padua, a young gentleman of Verona, but not that place, so don't get them mixed up. Okay, so I just need to check with Linda because she is switching from Celia to Katharina at double quick time. Linda, are you ready to
Ready.
woo and be wooed, as 'twere?
Ready.
Okay, I can see Geoffrey's raring for the off, so right. You guys know the rules. As soon as I'm gone, let the wooing commence. Good luck, Geoffrey.
Good morrow, Kate, for that's your name, I hear.
Well, have you heard, but something hard of hearing. They call me Katerine, that do talk of me.
You lie. In faith, you're called plain Kate and Bonnie Kate, and sometimes Kate the Cursed, but Kate, the prettiest Kate in Christendom. Kate of Kate Hall. My super dainty Kate, for dainties are all Kates, and therefore, Kate, take this of me. Kate of my consolation, hearing your mildness praised in every town, your virtues spoke of, and your beauty deepened, but not so astounded as to thee they should. Myself am moved to woo thee for my wife.
Moved? In good time. Let him that moved you, Heather, remove you hence. I knew you at the first. You were immovable.
Why, what's a movable?
A joined stool.
You have hit it. Come, sit on me.
Asses are made to bear, and so are you.
Women are made to bear, and so are you.
No such jade as you, if me you mean.
Alas, good Kate, I will not burthen thee, that knowing you to be but young and light.
Too light for such a swain as you catch, and yet as heavy as my weight should be.
Should buzz.
Well, tame, like a buzzard.
Oh, slow-winged turtle, shall a buzzard take thee?
Oh, I for a turtle, as he takes a buzzard.
Come, you wasp. Faith, you are too angry.
If I be waspish, best beware my sting.
My remedy is then to pluck it out.
Ah, if the fool could find it where it lies.
Who knows not where a wasp doth wear his sting? In his tail.
In his tongue?
Whose tongue?
Yours, if you talk of tails, and so farewell.
What, with my tongue in your tail? Come again, good Kate, I am a gentleman.
Well, that I'll try.
I swear I'll cuff you if you strike again.
So may you lose your arms. If you strike me, you are no gentleman, and if no gentleman, why then no arms.
A herald, Kate. Oh, put me in thy books.
What is your crest? A coxcomb?
A coneless cock. So Kate will be my hen.
No cock of mine. You crow too like a craven.
Nay, come, Kate.
Oh, come, Kate. You must not look so sour.
It is my fashion when I see a crab.
Why, here's no crab. Then, for look not sour.
There is.
Then show it me.
Had I a glass, I would.
What, you mean my face?
Well aimed of such a young one.
Now, by St. George, I'm too young for you.
Yet you are withered.
'Tis with cares.
I care not.
Nay, now hear you, Kate. Sooth, you scape so.
I chafe you if I tarry. Let me go.
No, not a whit. I find you passing gentle.
Wit, I find you passing. No, not a whit. I find you passing gentle. Just told me you were rough and sullen. But now I find report a very liar, for you are pleasant, gamesome, and passing courteous, but slow in speech, yet sweet as springtime flowers. Thou canst not frown, thou canst not look askance, nor bite the lip as angry wenches do, nor hast thou pleasure to be cross in speech, but thou with mildness entertainst thy wooers in gentle conference, soft and affable. Why does the world report that Kate doth limp? Oh, slanderous world! Kate, like the hazel twig, is straight and slender, and as brown in hue as hazel nuts, and sweeter than the kernels. Let me see thee walk. Thou dost not halt.
Go, fool, and whom thou keepst command.
Did ever Diane so become a grove as Kate, her chamber with her princely gate? Oh, be thou Diane, and let her be Kate. And then let Kate be chaste, and Diane sportful.
Where did you study all this goodly speech?
'Tis extempore from my mother wit.
A witty mother, witless else her son.
Am I not wise?
Yes. Keep you warm.
So I mean to marry sweet Catherine in thy bed. And therefore, setting all this chat aside, thus, in plain terms, your father hath consented that you shall be my wife. Your dowry agreed on. And will you, nill you, I will marry you. Now, Kate, I am a husband for your turn. For by this light by which I see your beauty doth to make me like you well, you must be married to no man but me. For I am he, I'm born to tame you, Kate, and bring you from a wild cat to a cat conformable as any household cat. Here comes your father. Never make denial. I must and will have Catherine to my wife.
Thank you so much, guys. That's a rousing way to end our 3 o'clock section. Wow. One of these days, I'm going to have you guys back and do the whole story. That's... Ah, Kate and Petruchio, how will it end? Will it work out well? Who knows? Who knows? Right, can I have the company back, please, to say farewell and thank you to all our lovely watchers. Thank you, all of you. Awesome work as ever. It's such a privilege to do this with you. It's so enjoyable. Thank you for that. We will be back. If you can't join us at 5 o'clock today, we will be back in 2 Sundays' time. So we'll be back on Sunday the 9th. We'll see you then. And until then, stay safe, stay well, everybody, and enjoy the August weather when it starts. All right, everybody, we'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye.